What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is entitled Your Playlist Told on You. I was thinking about this. I had brought this kind of up with O'Shea, and I heard BGS kind of reference it recently. And we need to talk about this. Sometimes we don't realize that, music what we gravitate to musically tells us a lot about ourselves. And sometimes people, the energy, the words, the songs, music is more, stays in your subconscious longer than television and movies. So it plays in your head when you sleep, So when you hanging out with people and they listening to certain things, that's normally who they are. That's normally the frequency of vibration that they're on, right? And sometimes when we do this thing about who's better than who, or we try to make a hierarchy. One of the things that keep the hierarchy, people giving the hierarchy and caste system and class system a side eye, is everybody's playlist. Because if everybody's listening to the same stuff, they pretty much think the same. Now, what do I mean by that? There's people who are potheads listen to a certain kind of music. Like people who are athletes or active people listen to a certain type of music because they listen to a certain type of music for their activity. People who are perpetually in the nightlife, they always listening to the newest, hottest, most trendy music because it's the next thing that they're getting drunk and dancing to, right? So that tells you who they are, right? People who want to be who want to be in the hood or in the street life, but don't really want to be in the street life, so they play the music, the soundtrack to the streets per se. That tells me where your heart is, what you really want to do and really want to be. It says who you are. It's not, and what I mean by this is it's not like just because you like one or two songs that may be just, kind of surprising when somebody see it. It's about not being eclectic. Because when you're an eclectic music listener, you can enjoy everything as long as it's good to you. But your playlist is a telltale sign of what's good to you. Some people, like when I was younger, we used to listen to a lot of ass shaking music. And the girls used to say, "Oh, I just like the beat, I don't like the words." And I said this time and time again. When the artist would tell them to do something, they would do it. So it made no sense to tell me you just listen to the beat when the song was an instruction on how to shake your ass and you followed the instructions perfectly, right? So, that Cardi B type of face and that face like you just unladylike and you just a thought. That's a thought face, really. But y'all having a good time and then a song come on, that's my shit. That right there, that playlist tells people, she was attractive a minute ago, she's still attractive, but I ain't messing with her no more. When the trap music come on, and then you gotta stunt extra hard at the newest song about how many keys you got in the trunk. That shows what kind of person and energy you are, what you gravitate to and your capabilities or what you want to do. When the song's about killing people come on, you be like, oh yes, says something, When your playlist is about being a player, pimp, Mac, it says that's what you are. Because what we don't want to admit is that we internalize these songs and make them about us. That's why I said that's why they're in the subconscious more than the conscious. And see, what people seem to forget is, before this happened, to the extent it's happening now, because playlists is a kind of is a general new thing. People used to listen to music by their mood. What you hear in the background right now, this is how I really grew up. This how this and gospel music is what they were cleaning the house to on the weekends. So the electric slide type music. So this is how this is my day-to-day energy. Do I like other stuff? Absolutely. But if a person gets in a car with me, I'm not gonna. Everything is gonna pop up. Big Crit gonna come up. Anita Baker gonna come up. Maybe Lamont Dozier comes up. Depends. Maybe 50 Cent. Coltrane might come up, or Miles. Donny Hathaway, R. Kelly, Charlie Wilson. Maybe some J. Cole every blue moon. Currency will pop up every now and then. But because of my playlist, a lot of people don't know how to take me because they listening. It goes from one song to the next, to the next, to the next, like the Isley Brothers, stuff like. And some people, they can't handle that because when I ask them, okay, what you want to listen to? And, I'm like, man, cut that shit off, man. I'm not trying to hear that. It brings me down. And, a lot of people, for me, certain musics are destructive. It's not that it's just rap music that's destructive. Like, I wouldn't listen to Marilyn Manson because it's destructive. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain groups that's just like, certain artists, no thank you. Certain styles I don't want in my life. I remember listening to one of my favorite groups was Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I was real mean and angry, pessimistic back then, but wasn't a smoker. But I didn't have. It made me very ultra aggressive. Sometimes you don't want to be all that all the time. Still like the songs though. Busy Bone still be killing them. That Busy Bone album and that song Freeway is still a classic to me. But it's not the end all be all because that's what the playlist says. When you get in people's cars or you go to people's homes and you see what they let their children listen to. And at one point, sometimes for some people it's cute, and then other people looking at it like, if this is the music they listen to at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're going to be a problem when they get older. Because you let your kids take this in. And, some of y'all don't, why these young folks this or that way? Well, because they didn't come up in households like I grew up in, where the grown folks had the first right of refusal on what was going to be played and what wasn't going to be played in their house. Me and my cousin, when I was younger, we listened to Too Short in the 80s, but around my grandmother. But you best believe she ain't hear not one cuss word because we knew the song so well that every time it cussed, we turned the volume all the way down, continuously. Because, if we was going to listen to it, we was going to listen to it in the most respectful way. And we hardly listened to music like that in front of her anyways. So that's just if she was in the earshot of hearing it, really. It wasn't like she was going to let us play it in front of her. And my granddad had a stroke, so he was bedridden back in those days, so it couldn't, But it was the same thing with him. We wouldn't do that to him either. So, moving forward, we don't really think about this. Like, what does your playlist say about you? Because sometimes people, you can put up a facade with your clothes, You can put up a facade with your speech. You can put up a facade with even sometimes the people your circle. You can have different sets of friends for different things. But see, your playlist gonna tell on you every time. We out.